That's right, Daniel. I meet Abraham Valencia, a leading scientist at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, who is participating in the construction project of a geothermal plant in Mexico City. First, let me give you some interesting information so that viewers understand what we are talking about. First, geothermal energy consists in taking advantage of the heat of the deepest layers on the earth, which are a constant temperature throughout the year to obtain sanitary hot water. Second, the Geothermal Energy Association estimates that only 6.5% of the world's potential for this energy is currently being used. Third, the amount of resources available for this type of energy increases with the depth at which it is dried and the proximity to the edge of the plates. Precisely because of this closeness with the tectonic plates, Mexico has a lot of power to produce this type of energy. Well, Professor Abraham, thank you very much for giving us this interview.
You're welcome.
So, what are the advantages of this type of energy?
Well, geothermal energy has many advantages, especially when compared to conventional sources of energy. First, geothermal energy sources is good for the environment. The first and foremost, geothermal energy is extracted from the earth without burning fossil fuels, and geothermal fuels produce practically no emissions. What's more, geothermal energy can be very beneficial as you can achieve savings of up to 80% over conventional sources usage. The second is the geothermal is a reliable source of renewable energy. It means geothermal energy also has many advantages when compared to other renewable sources like solar, wind, or biomasses. It's an exceptional constant source of the energy, meaning that it's not dependent on either wind or sun, and available all year long. And finally, little to no geothermal system maintenance. In fact, geothermal systems only have a few mobile parts which are sheltered inside the building. The lifespan of geothermal heat pumps system is relatively high. Heat pumps, PIPs, even have warranties of between 25 and 50%. 50 years, while the pump can usually last for also 20 years.
Okay, Professor. Now, how is the process to use geothermal energy?
Well, it's simple. The head is sitting under the earth. We just need to tap it. So in geothermal power plant, the hot water and steam from the pit underground can be piped up through underground wells and used to generate electricity in a power plant. Three different types of geothermal power plant exist. The first type of these plants is the dry steam plants, where the hot steam is piped directly from the geothermal reservoirs into generators in the power plant. The steam spins the turbines, which generate energy and electricity. The second type of this power plant is flash steam. The flash steam plants, where the water is between 148 and 371 degrees Celsius, and the water is brought up through a well. Some of the water turns to steam, which drives the turbines. When the steam cools, it condenses back into water, and it's returned to the ground. And finally, the third type is like we showed you in this case. Is like binary cycle plants. The binary cycle plants, like the one that will be boiled here. Moderately hot geothermal water is passed through a heat changer, where its heat is transferred to a liquid that boils a lower temperature than water. Then the fluid is returned. When the fluid is heated, it returns to steam, which spins the turbines again, and this manner is generated the electricity.
Now, where exactly would the geothermal plant be built and how will be financed?
Yeah, the next geothermal power plant will be built in Mexico City, which is near a place with low volcanic activity and has sources of hot water and steam. The economical sources exist, but government need more information from scientists in order to support this kind of projects. We are already working with largest geothermal companies and look forward to supporting the development of new geothermal assets to add capacity of Mexico. Mexico is responding to global energy changes by developing new renewable energy sources. Also, in terms of geothermal energy, we really have a number of geothermal power stations, and new developments are under the way.
Well, Professor Abraham, thank you very much for giving us this interview.
You're welcome.